Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, HaKadosh, and the Holy Apostles and others of great millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ayman Allah from GMS, Chicago, and coming back with you with another lesson, right? And this is going ahead and going into, but we have given them the warning, right? And I'm gonna first start with 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by manservants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsel." And that's right. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone and on down, they've been out there in the highways and byways for many years, right? Giving warning to the house of Israel, right? And these people, they have heard the word. They have heard that they're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. They heard the warnings of what happens to them if they don't hearken, if they don't repent, all right? And now these people have no cloak for their sins, all right? And Jacob's trouble is just right around the corner, all right? They just said, they gave the memo that, ICE is now able to enter into people's homes without their consent, all right? And so that right there is gradually pushing forth martial law, all right? That's what basically will happen in the state of martial law, all right? But nonetheless, all right, Esau, all right, he's about to really start using the sword, all right? He's going into people's homes and basically, even if you have illegals in your home, all right, there's that you're hiding away, that they still can enter into your home just like that, all right? And what probably Muslims have been warning about this for many years, that hey, martial law will soon be declared, all right? All hell will break loose to the point where people are going to be attacking one another, all right? There's going to be a lack of food and resources, all right? And this is what the Lord has set up at B times, the servants, the prophets, all right, giving them warning. But what, majority of our people, they despise the Lord's counsels, all right? Jeremiah 44 and 4. How about I send unto you all my servants the prophets rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. And for many years, they've been giving the warning, all right, unto the house of Israel. But what, they didn't think that a scenario like this would ever happen, but here we are, all right? Steps in this New World Order agenda. Their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. And what, it says this very day, all right? Our people are committing idolatry, all right? They're serving these false gods, all right? They're worshiping a piece of stone, a piece of wood, all right, that has no breath of life in them, all right? Our people are through. And to this very day, they're still worshiping the so-called white man, Shizera Borshe. All right, which, which most of our people have, portraits, images of Cesare Borgia, which is an Edomite, all right? And hey, this is the message that we're giving to our people, all right? It says, Revelations 18:4, it says, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And they, that her is speaking about America, having that, Americanized mindset. Right now, we're coming out of that Americanized mindset by taking heed unto the word, right? By the washing of the word, all right? By taking heed to this word, all right? Making ourselves ready, all right, for the coming of Yahushua, all right, when he comes to deliver his elect. Because those who don't hearken, those that are not of the elect, all right, you're going to be destroyed. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's right, our people are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. Alright? They want to follow after Cesare Borgia, alright? So-called white man. They want to follow the ways of the heathens. Alright? They want to keep worshiping the Santa Maria, which absolutely does nothing. All right, they want to keep going to these Christian churches and shit, which simply they're just taking money from them and shit. All right, they want to keep eating abominable foods. They want to keep doing everything that is opposite of the scriptures. And so what? Our people are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. They don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. All right. They are through. And hey, it's a blessing to be in this truth, right? Because we're not like these people, all right? Right now, our people are bugging out, right? 2/3 of our people are bugging out because of this ICE situation, and it's only going to continue to get worse, right? And hey, at the end of the day, these ICE agents, right? The Lord put the spirit on Esau to send them out. Alright, so really it's judgment at the end of the day, either way. It says Ezekiel 3:7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. And that's right, at the end of the day, the Lord has already set people at the lot at the end of the day. Alright, if the Lord deemed you to be wicked, you're going to be continuing to be wicked. If the Lord deemed you to be of the elect, all right, the Lord, ultimately has chosen you to be of the elect. All right, and those of the elect, you will be delivered. According to Psalms, chapter 91. It is freezing right now. It is freezing. But nonetheless, that was it to this lesson. Hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.